guys, Chelsea Stark-Jones here with the Little Black Playbook, and I am again joined by Dustin Kearns.
Yes, you are.
There we go. And this is Week 8's Fantasy Football Waiver Wire News edition of the show. All of that. Now let's get right into it. Well, first of all, let's recap your week in fantasy. How'd you do?
5-1.
5-1.
Not a big deal.
That
It's
is
not a big deal. It's not a big deal. It's a typical week of the you know. It's just what we
I think 2 weeks ago you were 1-5.
That didn't happen. 5-1 this week. Had basically all my teams are 5-2. The league that I care the most about is, of course, the league that I lost in by like 4 points. That's really annoying. I am now 1-6 in
rough.
my biggest league. I'm 1-6. So that's up. But what about you?
Well, I won this week again, so I'm now 5-2 as well.
No, so I went 6-1. 6-1.
Stop claiming my team. It's
6-1.
my team.
If you win, I win.
You don't. That's not the truth.
6-1.
Anyways, well, yeah, I'm doing well.
You know who's 6-0 though?
Who's 6-0?
WVU! 6-0, undefeated. Let's just do the segment on that. Let's just talk about how the West Virginia Mountaineers are the best team in college football. And they're going to go to the college football playoff and they're going to win the national championship. Can we just do like maybe a 30-minute?
How about we just leave you with that and move on to the rest of the fantasy news for the week?
Okay.
Yeah.
Mountaineers are legit. Mountaineers are legit. Moving on.
Fair enough. Now, let's start with the running back position. There are a few teams that have a little running back predicament going on. Let's start with the Buffalo Bills. With LaShawn McCoy out, possibly with his hamstring injury. What do you think of Mike Gillespie?
Whatever.
Tomato.
Mikey G.
What do you think of Mikey G?
I like him.
Yeah.
The Bills pound the football. They don't have a pass game. They have a running quarterback, which helps a little bit, opens things up. I like him. I don't think McCoy plays this week. I think he's a top 10, top 15 running back this week.
Yeah.
Eventually McCoy comes back, but hamstring injuries can linger. But I like him a lot. He is, if you need to win right now, he's the best guy you can pick up.
Okay, now to the Redskins with Matt Jones fumbling the ball a few times this week against the Lions. There seems to be some type of pool with Chris Thompson getting the start or getting more touches.
Yeah, Chris Thompson had a great game. I don't like him.
You don't like, so you're not a fan. So you think stick with Jones if you have Jones.
I like Rob Kelly.
Oh.
I think he's a sneaky pickup. If you have, now this is like, if you got a roster spot to stash, I like some other guys as stash candidates a little better, but I don't love Chris Thompson because to me he's like a third down back. He's a guy who catches passes. He had a huge game, but I don't see him being the guy to take over the backfield. I think if Matt Jones continues to be in the doghouse, it's Rob Kelly who might get the opportunity, and you could get him for nothing. I mean, he's no one's on him. I think he's a sneaky pickup. Same thing in the Lions backfield. All these people are talking about Justin Forsett or Dwayne Washington. I still really like Zach Zenner. I love Zach Zenner.
Every time we watch the game, every time Zach Zenner got the ball,
Zenner.
it was
Zach Zenner show.
There we go.
Zach attack.
Zach
Zach attack.
That's what he said. It was so
yelling
embarrassing.
It's the Zach attack. I love Zach Zenner.
Oh my gosh.
He's had great preseasons. I've been watching this guy for a couple years now. He's finally getting a shot. He just moves forward. He's nothing fancy, but I like Zach Zenner. But again, I mean, he's, just stash him, see what happens. That backfield's kind of a mess. Both of them are.
It is. Now let's move on to the wide receiver position. I like Devontae Adams out there in Green Bay. I think that with Jordy Nelson struggling and with Aaron Rodgers also struggling, Adams had a good game Thursday night in prime time. And I think he'd be a good pickup, good waiver wire pickup out there for the Packers.
Is Thursday night football prime time?
It is prime time.
Prime time?
Thursday night prime time.
If you get scheduled on the Thursday night game, I don't know that that's prime time.
It's definitely prime time.
I'd kind of say maybe Sunday night football, Monday night football. Thursday night football is kind of a
Okay.
Anyway, love Devontae Adams, Aaron Rodgers. Whoever his wide receiver 3 is in that offense used to be James Jones. They always put up touchdowns, and this guy's done it consistently for multiple weeks now. I think he's super legit. I think he is the best wide receiver who's probably available. I really like Dante Moncrief if he's still out there. He's Andrew Luck's touchdown guy.
And he's someone that's been talked about on the show before.
Yes, he's been hurt, but a lot of people dropped him. So if he's out there, He's a guy I really like. I like Ty Montgomery, though, for the Packers. I like him because they're playing him at running back, and they're throwing him all these little dump-off screens, and he's even getting goal line carries. I like Ty Montgomery as a guy you can play as a wide receiver, but is really a running back.
Okay, now let's switch over to tight ends.
Go ahead, tight ends.
Tight ends. Who do you like? I don't have anyone that I...
Jack Doyle. Jack Doyle is a beast. No, anybody, Andrew Luck always throws the tight end, and with the other guy out, as long as Jack Doyle is his main tight end, he's going to ball. He's solid, but I don't think he's a long-term solution. I think he'll be good for a couple more weeks. Then Moncrief will come back, he'll take all the touchdowns. I like that CJ Fiedorowicz guy. He plays for the Texans.
I like how you have to put a lot of neck movement.
Yeah, you gotta get it. You gotta get it right. Fiedorowicz. I like him. He's been getting a lot of targets. They play the Lions this week, so those typically are high-scoring games. I actually really like, if you need a quarterback this week, Brock Osweiler. He's my quarterback play if you need someone this week.
Because they play against the Lions. Yeah. Okay.
We're 4-3 though. Don't get it twisted.
Don't get it twisted.
Our defense is weak. We just have possibly the best quarterback in the league, so we still win. But, yeah, defensively, we give up a lot of points.
Well, anyways, speaking of the quarterback position, I like Ryan Fitzpatrick out there with the Jets. He did get benched to Geno Smith, but Geno just hurt or tore his ACL, so he's done.
He's another Mountaineer. Poor guy.
He is just struggling in the league. But anyways, Fitzpatrick, who has been struggling this year, plays against the Browns, and I think that, it's an easy defense to go up against. So, granted, he hasn't had the best season, but he's playing the Browns, and that's just strictly based off the matchup, that I think that he could put up some good points and good numbers in that game. Strictly because of the matchup.
I disagree. I disagree. And here's why. Here's why I disagree.
Ooh.
So Eric Decker's gone, so that hurts. He lost a weapon, but that's beside the point. Fitzpatrick's alright. He puts up solid numbers, but the problem is with, like you said, the matchup. I think the Jets kind of dominate this game, and it's a game for Matt Forte. I think they're just going to be running it down their throat because the Browns' defense is so bad, and they'll play with a lead for the second half, so they won't have to throw. Like, I like those shootout games where they're playing from behind. If they're playing the Browns, I think they get up and they run the football. That's my issue.
That's the issue. Are there any other quarterbacks that you like, or Mariota? We like
I love Mariota. He's got a great upcoming schedule. Jay Cutler's coming back. He's going to be the quarterback. He's a little stash play. Everyone hates on Jay Cutler, but he puts up numbers. He puts up numbers. Speaking of Cutler, the running back that no one's talking about that I love is that Kadeem Carey guy. The last 2 weeks he's came back from injury, has taken the job from Jordan Howard. I don't know how no one's talking about him, but he is a guy. They have a tough matchup this week. They go on a bye, they have another tough matchup. So not necessarily a pick him up and starting guy, but a pick him up and stash him. I think down the stretch, Kadeem Carey is going to put up big numbers. There's a lot of guys that I kind of like as a stash. Andre Ellington is another guy. If David Johnson, something was to happen to him, he'd be at worst a top 10 running back as the Cardinals' main guy. You've also got Alfred Blue. Last night on Monday Night Football, he looked great with Lamar Miller. That kind of gave you a little preview. Kenneth Dixon, Terrence West didn't do anything this week. Kenneth Dixon was a rookie they liked. He could move into a bigger role. And also James Starks. Packers don't have a running back. I don't like Now Davis. They need a running back. James Starks is hurt right now. Eddie Lacy's done. Down the stretch, James Starks could be an interesting guy to pick up and play.
Okay, so those are these stashes, and then earlier we gave you who we think should start now.
Matt Asiata. If Jerick McKinnon doesn't play, Asiata is a guy who you would start this week, for sure.
For sure.
Yeah.
Well, and we'll keep you updated with all of that throughout the week on my Twitter handle, The Little Black Playbook, as well as on the website. So be sure to check in on both of those for any fantasy news breaking and who to start, who to sit, who to bench, who to drop, whatever.
All that.
All of it.
Go Mountaineers.
And go Mountaineers.
Yeah.
Thanks so much, Dustin, for joining again, and we will see you guys next week.